thoughts when you found out you were going to make the roster as a third-round pick?
I was just excited and very grateful. I felt blessed. I mean, this is a great place. The people here are amazing, the coaching staff to the players. So, yeah, I have nothing bad to say about it.
What are you hoping to get out of tomorrow?
Tomorrow, like I'm a professional now, so just playing like a professional, living like a professional, and just enjoying the experience. I mean, I get to play basketball for my job, and not much people can say they can do what they love for their job. Obviously, you guys can, but yeah, just enjoying it.
Is anybody reaching out to you to sort of like pre-game advice or like radio silence? Do you need that?
Just my family, you know, just all I really need is like, we love you, we're proud of you, we're supporting, and that's just enough for me to just go play with joy in my heart.
Have you had any conversations, like now that the roster's officially made the team, have you had any conversations yet with Alex about kind of what your role is expected to be or what your minutes are going to be or any of that yet?
No, just coming in every day and just, you know, busting my butt and learning and, yeah, learning the new system. And then once we have that conversation, at least he can put those pieces together with me showing all my hard work.
As a big, what's it been like to work with Celtics?
Amazing. I mean, when they told me I got traded to Portland, that was one of my, you know, stars that I get to work with Sylvia Fowles. She's been incredibly helpful, and we're getting closer and closer. Yeah. Lovely. Thank you.
How are you feeling about this game coming up?
Excited. You know, I think camp can always feel kind of long, so that first game coming back from not playing since, you know, last September is always extremely exciting, especially for a brand new franchise.
Can you talk about what about Washington and what about being in Washington or how that kind of helps with the growth of your confidence and how you kind of move in that area?
I think my first year in Washington helped grow with my confidence. I think there were a lot of people there around me, teammate-wise and staff-wise, that believed in me. And I think it really just takes one coach or one person to believe in you for your confidence to kind of elevate. And I kind of feel the same belief in this staff that I did at that first year season in Washington. So, and I thought it was a pretty special season. I mean, me and Steph still talk about it. So hopefully, you know, I'm able to perform at the level that they expect and help bring us wins.
Are you looking forward to any specific Fire Sky player matchups?
Fire Sky player matchups. Not necessarily. I go into every game the same way. I look forward to the defensive presence we're going to bring tomorrow, and I look forward to us executing everything. I don't want to use the word perfectly, but as confident as we possibly can, and just playing connected.
How's everybody doing health-wise?
Yeah, looking good for tomorrow. So performance team have done a great job. So ready to go. I think we'll have some good flexibility. Obviously, you guys saw the status report with Cam and Taya suspended, but yeah, really excited to go into this with the group we have.
Everybody that's you actually have on the active roster is all going to be good to go tomorrow.
We'll be good, yeah.
And do you have any sense of your starters yet?
Not yet, but had a really good practice today. Tried a bunch of different things out. So want to take a last look at the film today and see who we're rolling with.
Kind of a similar question I asked before the game. Any nerves or excitement or any nerves?
What would you say, Louis? Nerves or excitement?
Definitely excitement.
No, we can't wait to go into this as a group. We just actually had Kimberly, our marketing lead, told us about the process for the introductions and everything that's in store for us. So no, we just can't wait to get out there now. And tomorrow's going to be a long day waiting, but yeah, we're just ready to go.
Does something like that make it become more real?
Yeah, I mean, I thought the last preseason game was really helpful, but yeah, obviously nothing compares to the real thing.
We saw them out there sort of learning what seemed to be some new shooting drills or maybe new to them. How important is it specifically in your guiding principles, because I know it's not a system, for players to be flexible mentally?
Yeah, very important. Like that was really interesting. You observed that with the shooting, where we always try and give them something new every day. I think that's really important because I think so many times as a pro basketball player, you come in and you get stuck in these routines where you do the exact same thing every day. So we're being really purposeful as a staff in terms of how can we really get them excited for practice where they're never doing the exact same thing every day. And even with the shooting, I mean, if you think every single shot in basketball is so different, so the only way you can prepare them for that is always doing different activities. So yeah, going back to the question though, what was the second part of it again? Because you got me excited on the shooting part.
Questions like I'll kind of read.
Yeah.
You talk a lot about disruption. We've talked about the disruption, but like you guys as coaches kind of disrupt them, right?
Yeah.
How important is it that they're flexible and they're able to adapt?
Yeah, very important because that's what the game is. So it's kind of like putting them in situations where they don't know what's happening next. So even, things like special situations in basketball, I think are a great example. Instead of like practicing that kind of where it's all right, here's the score, this is what we got to do. It's just, all right, stop the practice, come in, 30 seconds on the clock, this is the situation, what are we doing? So I think it's as many things like that where we can prepare them for the real thing and we don't give them the answer for the test before they start.
In terms of scouting the Sky, obviously they have almost a new team. They have tons of vets. You guys have like a lot of younger, newer players. Is there anything that you're talking to them about in terms of that?
Yeah, I think just in terms of introducing how we're going to do scouts this year has been really important. So it's kind of like a less is more approach, where as opposed to trying to throw loads at them, it's more what are the most important things that we have to execute, and we're going to double, triple down on those things. So, obviously I think it's similar to a lot of scouts, but we're trying to just be very intentional in terms of covers, how we're defending particular actions, the personnel, what we're doing with particular players. So I think if we can, put that to the test tomorrow, it's going to be something we carry on every season. It's kind of like each scout, it's not putting something completely new in, it's more adding another tool in our toolkit that then it could fit when we play against a different team 3 weeks from now.
What's your overall assessment of the Sky team? They made a bunch of changes, obviously, during the offseason.
Yeah, I think really interesting to see the experience they brought in. I think be interesting, probably playing like, I saw Cloud is out tomorrow on the status report. Be interested to see how they play, probably with multiple guards in the future. But yeah, I like the group. I think we match up well. So yeah, excited to put everything we've done these last 3 weeks to the test. Yeah, no, I feel like we know our group really well as a staff. And then in terms of, sets, offensive stuff, defensive stuff, I think it's still, we put some things in, obviously, these last few days to prepare, but we're still going to be intentional with less is more and just doing what we do really well. Yeah, we will be, for sure. I think that's important just in terms of how deep we go as well. I think especially as a young group, I think it's important that we use our bench. And it's, playing like 8 players. I think for the way we want to play, we're going to need more players. And I think that's great because then it gives more development opportunities too for our young players.
I have one more question. So I'm assuming you saw that Man City just won the women's soccer championship, right? Their manager said something really similar, I think, to what you say about how he allows the players to sort of create moments and he wants them to feel empowered. I wondered if there was any kind of overlap there, if you're familiar with anything that he's talked about.
It's really cool. I'm going to go check it out after this.
It immediately made me think, I was like, oh, and I was like, you're both,
That's great. I actually know funny, our head of performance, Damien, who came from Sydney, he was recommended to us by Man City. So we're, when we went about building this performance team. So I've definitely got a few football ties, but I want to check that out. That's interesting. Thank you, everyone.